world. And good morning, Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. If you are on any of those last three, Facebook, YouTube, or LinkedIn, go ahead, leave me a comment so I know you are here. All right. Today is probably going to be a little heavier than usual. We have an important message today. And a lot of times I am the cheerleader. I'm giving you some love, some encouragement. Come on, you can do it. But today I'm going to be a little more firm. I'm going to be a little more insistent that you do it now. It's time. It is so important for you and for everyone. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to do a little story time here. Okay. So it was interesting. I was driving home yesterday, and there's a truck pulling a trailer in front of me. And on that trailer, the license plate had, and you may have seen it, I did a post. It had my initials, and then it had a dash, and it had the number, 8520, I believe is what it was. And I was like, whoa, like my initials just like that, no other letters with it, just my given initials. And I told my daughter, you know what, maybe that's a message. Go ahead, quick look that up. And so she did while I was driving, and the number came up, like the thing that she got on the when she looked it up on the article, was that it was about keeping my dreams going. It was about keeping my dreams alive, basically, and making them impactful on society. And I felt like that was such a message to talk about what I want to talk about. And it's based on some things that happened yesterday. I needed to wait till today. I needed to get grounded and heart centered in order to speak right from here. So, just a quick little aside, your throat and your womb are one. Okay. When you are being created, they start as one thing and then split off into the two places. Your womb is considered your lower heart, and your heart is considered your higher heart. So these three areas tend to have a lot of connection. Okay. And that is the place I wanted to be sort of grounded in with all of that before I spoke to you today. And the thing too with my dreams is, if you've been following along, I am big time on empowerment, on empowering others and empowering myself through the process, right? I'm the guide on the side, so I'm not the sage on the stage. So I talk a lot too about the feminine, right? Because we live in a masculine world, which values masculine qualities. So we don't even always know the feminine qualities or how to be in them. So I talk a lot about the feminine in order to marry them and bring together that balance, because we're so out of balance right now. And truly, I just did a talk on that, 5 steps to access your feminine power. It is a fabulous talk. Go to the link, and if you're on Instagram in my profile, if you're on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn, it's right here in the message. Go to the link. You can get the talk for free. And it is beneficial to not only women, but to men as well. Men need this information too. Okay. So as I have gotten more connected into my feminine, I've become much more spiritual. I've become much more connected to the divine, and I get these downloads. I receive these messages. I get these dreams. I'm constantly seeing them. And I probably always was. I just wasn't connected enough, right? Or aware enough to pay attention. But now I am. And so, my literal dreams are about this work. that I've been called to do. I've been asked to help empower the others. I see things differently. And for a long time, I thought that it made me wrong, and I got quiet about it. And then I am being called to speak up. I'm being called to go back to running my mouth like I used to, right? And use my authentic voice, because this is what is needed right now. And as I'm doing that, I am calling others. I'm right. So you always see, I put, it's a divine message for the change makers. I am calling the change makers because I get it. I know what that is, to be a change maker, to be a little bit different than the rest of the world, to be constantly pouring into everybody else and maybe not yourself, right? Um, about maybe not always thinking that you're worthy, or that what you have to say is needed or a value or appreciated, or all of that stuff. This is what I am here to do. That is what I dream, literally dream at night, right? This comes to me in dreams, in messages. I see the faces of you, okay? And it is about helping you be that change, because we need you, right? And one of the things I've talked about it to people in my inner circle, like I close my eyes and I get this vision. And for those of you who remember Light Bright, it's almost like a light bright, and I'm this peg in the light bright. And over here, right, it's lit up, but there's this whole other side that's not lit up. And that's why I'm like, like squeezing my light out so hard to light up the rest of you over here. Okay. That's what I want to do. I want to light you up, because we need you. As I light you up, you light up, and it ripples, and it just keeps going and going. And I do this in so many ways. That's why I do these lives every week, right? It costs you nothing to come watch these. I do that Breakthrough or Bust podcast because when we share stories, we don't feel so alone. It's inspiring. It's going to light you up to go. And then for those of you who are ready, I've got an online course. I've got group coaching. I've got individual coach, right? So I have got all of this stuff lined up to support you to be that change we need. And probably a little bit of my own baggage of how do I want to say it? Hold on. It's here. I need to get it here. My own baggage of probably worthiness, right? Confidence, of being, of worry, maybe fear of your perception of me, of thinking that I'm, not being authentic. Maybe that's part of it. If I'm being truly honest and vulnerable here, there's some of it on me where I don't bring it out clear enough. I don't call you strongly enough. Like I said, hey, when you're ready, when you're ready, when you're ready. And that's great when you are ready. But with what's going on and the energy this week, you've got to make yourself ready is what I'm getting, right? You've got to make yourself ready. And I want to talk about some of the stuff that happened yesterday, right? There was that leak about Roe v. Wade. And I want to start on that with whether you are pro-life or pro-choice, it doesn't matter. Roe v. Wade is not about pro-life or pro-choice. It's about saving women's lives, okay? It is about legislation. It is about the government making rulings over our healthcare, over our lives that they should not have. This is supposed to be a country of freedom, not legislation on our health, on our bodies, on our freedom to choose. Roe v. Wade came along because women were dying. Women didn't have choices. And I want to talk about this. I know I've really educated my daughter about it because it was, so far back that She didn't know, right? How could she know this stuff? And I think maybe there's a lot of people who don't know, who don't realize. And truly, it was before my time too, but probably because of what I was called to do, it came to me at a young age. I learned about it. Um, the history of women is a complicated history. We are in a society that's patriarchal, that has maybe only valued us for our breeding abilities at many times. Okay. And this thing that came out yesterday just set us back to that. It set us back like 100 years. And I know it's not done yet. And I'm not, this is why I'm calling you now, because it's not done yet. This was never about women being, thinking, having a mindset of, I'm going to just go out, get laid, not use protection, and have an abortion later. That's not what happens. That is not what this is protecting. And truly, even if it is, it's not my business. It's not your business. Okay. But I will just say that if that is happening, that is so the tiny little minutia of it. Okay. That is the exclusion, right? The exception, not the rule when it comes to this thing. This was because back alley butchers were leaving women to die. This was because women were turkey basting bleach into themselves. This was because women were inserting wire hangers into themselves and twisting them around. These are not things you do because you think you have options. These are things you do when there's no hope. And when I get to the message for this week, part of it is going to be about the emotions. And so I'm going to let them happen. Because I don't think, any woman should have to experience that ever, ever. So this is not about pro-life or pro-choice. You can support Roe v. Wade and not support abortion. And that can be your change. That can be education. How can we make it different? Maybe we can make the options better for adoption. Maybe we can make the options better after the fact that, or even when a single woman is pregnant with no support. There's a lot of things that can be done that can save maybe both lives. Okay? This is where I want you to light up. But going backwards in time and taking away the autonomy to make decisions of your own healthcare and your own body, not okay. And the fact of the matter is, one of the key people making these decisions is someone who has been called out multiple times for sexual harassment and pretty depraved stuff, I might add. Okay? He has consistently voted to disempower women, whether it was about wages or abortion rights. Okay? These are the people making decisions right now. This is why I'm calling you. Okay? I just want to keep going back to that. And it's okay to be angry. It's okay to be sad. But like I said at the beginning, I got grounded with it and I connected to my heart. So I'm not hulking out. I'm doing it with a purpose. And that's what those emotions do. That's where the feminine is powerful. So we don't need to be represented by people who don't get our value, right? There's going to be those people who don't understand that maybe we have more value than what goes in and out of our vagina. Don't waste your energy on that one. But the expression is you got to pay to play, right? So I want you to step into your power. I want you to earn money. I want you to make the money you deserve to make. No more pussyfooting around it. No more, hey, well, okay, maybe I'll charge. No, earn the money that you deserve, because with more money becomes, you get more voice, right? Pay to play, get a seat at the table. Don't let people who don't understand your value represent you. You represent you. You come into community with the rest of the women. Donate, whatever it is, right? We are stepping up. And this is where a lot of our previous messages are coming back into fold here. So I've been saying for months and months, that I can feel the energy. I can feel the energy, the feminine collective rising. Okay. And truly, what this is breakdown before the breakthrough. This is what happens right before the breakthrough. Okay. So don't back down. Don't back down. We've been called to get into community with each other, right? These are some of the previous messages I've talked about on these lives. As we connect with each other, our power grows. Women are strong. First of all, women are strong individually. Quick note, okay? Studies have shown that birth is more painful than a heart attack, that oftentimes menstrual cramps are more painful than a heart attack. You know pain, okay? You know pain and you endure it every month sometimes. You are so strong. On top of that, you hold space. You are the one, like, you tend to be the axis of your family. Everything revolves around you, right? You are so incredibly strong and powerful. And now, as we bring ourselves together, right? As you come into community with everyone else, I mean, right? It's just, like, I can't even think of words. It's just this explosion of power. This is what we need to do. And one of the other messages that has come across in recent, I can't remember if it's weeks or months, is about forgiving yourself. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you backed down from your power before. We all have. It's okay. We've all done it. It's okay. Forgive yourself and just move on. Maybe there was a reason for it. Maybe there was a lesson. It's okay. Forgive yourself. Don't condemn yourself. Appreciate the lesson and move on. So these are some of the previous ones that I think are really tying into it. I want to go into, actually, I do want to bring up two other legislations, because I want you to know how detrimental, right? So we talked about this, this takes us back 100 years. But it can be the beginning of a slippery slope. So there's two other legislations that have passed recently, and truly, you're going to have to look it up. One's in Texas, one's in Alabama. I don't remember which is which. Okay. I apologize. It was just a little much for me to hear at the time to really absorb all the facts. But one gives rapists the right to sue their victims if their victim gets an abortion after the attack. I want to let that sink in. A rapist has the right to sue their victim if their victim gets an abortion. I want you to let that sink and tell me, what message does that send? What message do you get from that? Another one, actually there's three. There's another one where women who do get abortions, medical, whatever reason, can face time in jail. Okay. Another one is that women who, I don't even like the word accuse, women who speak up, women who speak up about sexual assault, about an attack, about a rape, about anything like that. And the person that they have identified, if that person is found not guilty, that woman goes to jail. She goes to jail. Again, what message is that telling you? What message do you get from that? Because I'll be truly honest with you, a great majority of the accused do not get charged. They walk. They walk. Or they get a slap on the wrist. They get 6 months. Whereas the woman who may have protected herself during an attack gets a lifetime sentence. Okay? There's still a lot of incongruencies in our legal system when it comes to women. So this can just be that first little slide of the avalanche, okay? That's why I want you to understand that your rights are at risk, and you as the change maker are so important. You are so needed. Please step up. And so this week's energy is about new beginnings, okay? It is about fresh starts. And especially in this, as I mentioned, I really truly believe this is breakdown before the breakthrough. So let's not back up. Let's not cower away from breaking through. Keep pushing through, because there's a spark in you. That's what I say every time on the podcast. And it's true. Keep pushing through. There's a spark in you, right? These new beginnings are coming. And I truly, all of this has been happening, not Black lives, the LGBTQ community has been under attack. Now women are under attack. Like, I truly believe this is like the pustule like coming to the surface. Do you know what I mean? Like, just the that has been sitting, festering for a long time and not being spoken about. It's really coming to a head now. And this is where we got to break through to our new beginning. Along with that comes trust. This is our moon guidance. Trust. Trust not only in you and yourself, but in the universe. Okay? The universe has your back. And sometimes, like even with this, it looks like a horrible affront, but it could just be this whole coming to a head. And so this is happening for us, right? Not to us. Trust. Trust. Everything is happening. It's unfolding as it should. Trust in your power. Trust in yourself. It is time to trust. Have faith. Let go, right? One of the messages I got in a recent meditation, it was like, put it out and then. Put it out and then, put it out and then, meaning, put your message out there and then back down. You don't have to force, you don't have to fight, you don't have to, make sure everybody's watching. You don't, just have faith, let go, trust that everybody who needs to hear it is going to hear it. They're going to see it. Okay? Trust. And emotion. You saw me have some emotions earlier about all of this. And I'm going to do it again. Every time I think about that, that is good. Emotion is the power behind change. Emotion is how you manifest. Emotion is how you create results. Okay? Emotion is not you being hysterical women or men. Quite honestly, like, goodness, men feel even more ridiculous having emotions than we do. That is not the case. Have emotions. Channel those emotions. Channel them with the heart, with the root, right? Ground yourself and connect to the heart. Channel those emotions. And with that, you will create, you will manifest. My loves, I cannot say how important it is for you to be the change right now. It's time to stop saying I will when and step into your power now. However that looks for you. Now, you don't need to go change the whole world by yourself. Remember, I said community. We come together, we collaborate. How does that look for you? Is it one conversation, you speaking your truth, saying something that you may not have usually said? I've been doing a lot more of that lately. Saying things, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm saying this out loud to the public, right? Because sometimes we have these conversations in the privacy of our home, but they need to be out there. Say them. Maybe it looks like you reaching out to someone. Maybe it looks like you having a conversation with someone. I don't even know. I don't know. You tell me, how does it look for you? How are you going to take one step into your power today, and then tomorrow, and then the next day? Every day, take a step. No more, I will then, I will when, right? No more of that. Do it now. Doesn't have to be a major leap, just one step today, and one step tomorrow, and just keep taking a step every day. If you need support, if you need guidance, if you need anything, you know where I am. Reach out to me, okay? I got a link in the, Instagram in my bio here, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, in the message here probably, and probably also in my bio. You can schedule a call with me there. You can check out resources, whatever. Maybe that's your call. Maybe that's your step today. See what's out there for you. And I don't care if it's not me. Okay? If it's not me, that's not what this is about. This is about you stepping up. So if there's somebody you've been following a while and you've been hemming and hawing about it, do it. Reach out to them. And you know what, my loves? We just talked about this in the podcast this week. Sometimes you have a whole entourage, and that's okay. That's okay. That's actually more than okay. That's great. I have different people, spiritual, business, this, that, right? I've got all these different people in my corners. All right, loves. I hope this was helpful. I would love to hear your comments. I know I've thrown a whole bunch of calls to action out there today, so grab one and run with it. But if I would love to hear your comments, maybe what you're going to do, anything, because the more you can comment and share and rise up, right? Your voice out there with comments, the more you inspire others. And that might be how you step up today. A comment. That's pretty doable. Okay? The more you do that, the more you inspire others. Vote with your dollars. Pay women what they're worth. Support women-owned businesses. Support LGBTQ-owned businesses. Support Black-owned businesses. Asian-owned businesses. Vote with your dollars. Earn your money. I'll probably just keep going on and on and on today. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off here. I love you. I am sending so much love to you. I believe in you and I see you. Okay. Be good, my love.